Hey everyone, so welcome to the weekly webinar that we have that we have called the SEO Career Kickstarter. And the idea behind this is to really reach out to all of you who are trying to get your the first SEO internship, or you're trying to transition into SEO or digital marketing roles, or you're on your first job, right? So it's to help you guys do better, right? Do better work. And so the way we have really designed this video is that we typically start with a case study, a tool oriented case study. Then we move on to some tips for those of you who are looking out for internships and your first set of SEO jobs. And we also we end with some of the best, the most visible internships in SEO in Mumbai, and we also cover work from home internships. Right. So let's go right ahead. I'll just share my screen. Okay, so what we wanted to cover today in case studies is really the concept of backlinks. Yeah, and one way to really what kind of define what backlinking is. So backlinking is actually the really points out to the number of links which are pointing to your domain, right? And the best way to do this is just use a tool and find out the number of backlinks. Now before we get into the tool, let's just kind of step back and say, why are backlinks really important, right? So backlinks, so if you just go back to history, go back a little bit, right? But and in when the founders of Google, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, when they were in college, and they were working on the ranking algorithm, right? At that time, backlinks was one of the most reliable ways in which they could base their ranking algorithm on, right? So they basically said that the sites which have the highest number of backlinks or the inbound links, those are the sites which really people prefer the most, and hence let's rank them high on search on Google, right? And that's how it all started, right? So this was really the first ranking algorithm, was the biggest and the first determinant of ranking. Yeah, and over the years, what has happened is that now we have more ranking factors. We have on page, and we have content and all these things, right? But initially, let's just remember that it was backlinks which really started the process. Okay. Okay, so cool. Let's just go to this tool and so we'll leave this tool, the URL in the post, right? It's so there is this website is SEO review tools and .com, and it has quite a bit of tools, SEO tools. What we're just going to show you is the result of the backlink tool analysis. So we have this is for what we have done is we've taken the analysis for the site coupondunia.in, right? So all that you need to do is just put that is just put your domain here, right? And then you can perform the check, and then you will get, so we've already done that to just save on time. So once you do it, you will get the external backlinks pointing to the website. Yeah, so you'll see that there's a big list here of websites which are backlinks. So they're called backlinks or inbound links, right? And the number is very high because this is a couponing site. Couponing is one of the most prominent coupon sites in India. So you can expect that they'll have millions of blogs and small websites and directories, pointing to them, right? And they will have affiliates and partners themselves. Yeah. So now, if so, if you are analyzing the SEO of Coupon Dunia, or the SEO friendliness of of a competitor, or you're trying to compete with Coupon Dunia, this list and this number is very important, right? So it gives you a sense of the level of the level of your competition. Yeah. So if you're just starting off, for example, if you are just making a website which is competing with Coupon Dunia, you must remember that you're competing with someone who has 3.16 million external backlinks, and we already discussed that it's an important ranking factor. And so you must remember that it's going to take you some time to build those links and to get that kind of reputation, right? And so while we are discussing this, we must remember that it's not just the number, it is also the quality of the link. So if your link is coming from a Wikipedia page, or from a trusted government website, or some education website, or these kind of websites, trusted publications, then the value of the link is more, right? So we'll need to this is just a quick introduction to the tool. Obviously, this has to be downloaded, it has to be categorized, and then only you can get a sense of the really valuable backlinks from this list. Yeah. So that's the that's how you go. That's how you can use a tool to find out the backlinks. And the interesting thing here is that if Coupon Dunia is a competitor, you can actually download this list and look at some of the and it will give you some examples of websites from where you can get a backlink, right? So I just clicked on one of them before I started the webinar, right? So this is one of the websites from where that Snap Coupon Dunia uh, is getting a link, right? So if this is a good website, then, and if you're competing with Coupon Dunia, this is also a place where you can try and get a backlink from. Yeah. So that's really how this happens. Yeah. Okay. So this tool has another thing which I just wanted to quickly demo. So this also has something called broken backlink checker. And the way this works is that if you put, let's just put, okay, so it's telling you that there are 10 external backlinks which are broken, right? So the earlier one which we did, it was like a sum total of all the external backlinks or inbound links to your website. This is like a subset of those links which are broken links, right? So what happens is, if you go to these websites and you actually try to see the link which points to Coupon Dunia, there'll be something incomplete about the URL. Basically, it will be broken. Now, why are we discussing this? Because this is an opportunity. If I'm Coupon Dunia, I will actually mail these guys or find out a way to contact, and that's what the SEO agency of Coupon Dunia would do, and kind of request them that, hey, you are anyways pointing to us. If you can just correct the link, it's really a win-win for both of us. So broken links is one of the easiest things that correcting the broken links, reaching out to the websites who have broken links, and trying to see if those links can be corrected. That's one of the easiest ways to get backlinks to your website. Yeah. So just to summarize, what we need to do is study the backlinks of your competitors by a tool like what which we just discussed, and see and get ideas, right? That's something which you discussed, and also said that quality is also as important as the number of backlinks. So we just discussed that. And and we also discussed broken links, right? The fact that the, the same tool which I just discussed also helps you to enable find the broken links, and this can be an easy way to get your first set of easy way to add to the backlinks that you have to your site. Yeah. So that was the that was really the case study that we wanted to cover today. Yeah. So I hope you liked like that. Now moving back moving back to the next moving ahead to the next part of the video. Uh, we wanted to just spend a little bit of time on discussing the importance of keyword density, right, in the context of SEO. Now, what happens is, so let me first say that, you know, what is called hygiene SEO. That's really doing the keyword research and doing the tags, the title tags, the description tags. And that's really called the hygiene SEO. Today, most websites are already doing that, right? So, if you're an SEO professional or SEO intern, you should also be aware of the fact that you have to play a role on with respect to the content of the website. And one of the primary things to worry about or to be concerned about is the keyword density about of the page that you're working on. And we are not talking about spamming. And I just want to show you a quick example to really demonstrate what I'm talking about. We're not talking about spamming, but we're talking about some very basic things to be taken care of with respect to the keyword density of the page. That's the first thing that you begin with, and then you move on to answering the question: is the page doing justice to the intent of the person who's visiting the website? Yeah. So let's just take an example for that. Okay. So I'm going to be going to, right. So just open this part, right. So we are discussing things to um, okay. So we are discussing some basic content tips with respect to SEO, right. And let's just go to, just want to show you an example of, just give me a moment. I'll try and load this again. Okay. So this is the website of Arena Chembur, probably a franchisee of Arena Animation, based in Chembur. Now, if you are doing the SEO for this page, one of the words that you would want to target is animation courses in Chembur. Yeah, that's logical. Now, so if what we just discussed is that you've done the basic SEO, you've done the hygiene SEO, which is doing the keyword research and the title tags and the the H1s. You've done that, but you have to move to the next level, which is the content that you see on this page, right? So what do I mean by that? So if you just do a basic check with respect to, say, how many times is animation course mentioned here, and you'll be surprised that it is not mentioned together at all. So basically it is saying that animation course are not mentioned together in as a phrase. It's not even mentioned once. Yeah. And that's a problem, right? Because you see, when we talk about keyword density, we are not talking about spamming. So let's make it very clear that uh, the algorithms and Google is smart enough to understand if you're spamming or no. So we're not talking. So that's a clear no. But something as basic as this, that if you're trying to rank for animation courses, and if animation courses is not mentioned together even once, right? It just doesn't make it, there's clearly a gap. Yeah. So the message here is that animation could be mentioned 16 times on your website on this page, but if this page is trying to rank for animation courses and if it's not mentioned even once, so there is a gap, right? So that's the first uh, thing that you need to understand, right? So I'm just going to be writing basic keyword density. Okay, and the other thing that you have to see is the page doing justice to the intent of the person who's coming to your website. So if you are if you're education if you're dealing with education, then a person who comes to a website typically wants to see your syllabus. So you have to have the word syllabus there, you have to have the word faculty there, and so these things are again missing. And and really the Google rewards pages which basically answers the intent of the person who's visiting your website, right? So if you're a SEO professional and you're working on the tags, remember that you have to work with the marketing guy, the content guys, to ensure that these things also are like checked before you uh, before you start aspiring for good rankings, right? So that was the part of the first job tips that we had for you guys, right? So okay, so we are done with the case study and the first job tips. We now move on to the latest internships. Yes, so we have quite a few here. Let me just enlarge this a bit. Okay, so which are the best ones that we found out in this week? So first one was an e-commerce website. Actually, this is a US based e-commerce website, waterportrait.com, and it's actually had it open. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. And basically interesting concept. You just go there and you upload the photo, and you receive, and in return you receive your you can turn it into an artwork, which, right? So that they've just started in Mumbai, and hence they're looking at a SEO intern for their Mumbai office. Yeah. So that's one of the things that we found interesting. The other is Giftana, which is uh, basically this is a website catering for people who are looking at premium quality gifts. Proficio, I also have this website open, which is basically in helping companies get financial support, loans, equity fundraising. Yeah. Now the thing about so this is an example of clearly example of B2B. Right. So I just want to make a point here that the level of competition typically is less in B2B as compared to B2C, and this is really, if you're interning for a B2B company, this is an opportunity to show results quickly to your management. So yeah, just bear that in mind. So yeah, so that is Proficio and Coupon Dunya, right? Coupon Dunya is India's among India's biggest couponing websites. Then so let me just say this. Although we saw in the initial part of the webinar that it has a large number of backlinks, but uh, you know the what so Coupon Dunya is an established brand. Now what happens in such established e-commerce websites. What's the profile all about? See, the profile is really about competition analysis. See, every day, or if you are the SEO head, or if you're in the SEO team of Coupon Union, you have to spend some time trying to figure out, hey, for which keywords or phrases is my ranking dipping down, and who are the guys who are outsmarting me, and what are they doing, right? So if you're an established e-commerce website, these are the questions that you're asking. Uh, you're not fixing tags, and you're not doing too much of tweaking to your current tags, because that's done, right? But these are the things. Competition analysis is one of the important things that you'll be doing at in a profile like Coupon Dunia, right? It's a good profile. Okay. Bizongo, which is also a B2B company which is into packaging. Yeah. So these are the ones which we found from Bombay. There's some other work from home opportunities, which, if you're not based in Bombay, then you could look at Artemis Media Solutions, which is looking at a SEO intern, Oni's, Pickups Technology, Tech Tricks World, which is essentially this is famous for its software giveaways, and Tech Whoop, which is providing useful digital tips and tricks on Android and Windows, right? So this it looks like a news and a tips kind of a website. Yeah. So yeah, I Right, so I hope you like the format, and if you find this useful, please message and comment, so that, and if you have any ideas with respect to what we should be doing, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll make sure that we'll cover it in the next webinar that we do next week. Yeah, thank you guys. See you. Bye. Hey everyone, so welcome to the weekly webinar that we have, that we have called the SEO Career Kickstarter. And the idea behind this is to really reach out to all of you who are trying to get your the first SEO internship, or you're trying to transition into SEO or digital marketing roles, or you're on your first job, right? So it's to help you guys do better, right? Do better work. And so the way we have really designed this video is that we typically start with a case study, a tool oriented case study. Then we move on to some tips for those of you who are looking out for